Good morning, students. Welcome back to online session on data structures and algorithm course. In our last session, we discussed about doubly linked list. Okay. In our earlier classes, we started the concept of doubly linked list, and thereafter we discussed what exactly the definition of doubly linked list and what kind of advantages or problems we are associated with these doubly linked lists when we are comparing with singly linked lists as well as arrays. Okay. Then after we have seen the implementation of this doubly linked list with the help of three simple nodes. Okay. After the implementation, I have shown you how you can do the traversal. Traversal is nothing but visiting the node and printing the value. Okay. You have to visit all the nodes present inside your singly linked list or doubly linked list, and you have to print the respective value on the output screen. That is nothing but the traversal operation. So in doubly linked list, we said we're gonna perform the traversal in both direction, the forward direction traversal as well as the reverse direction traversal, because we have the pointers pointing in reverse direction as well. Not only in the forward direction, the next pointers, we do have pointers pointing in reverse direction, that is the previous pointers. Okay. So then in our last session, we started the concept of insertion into a doubly linked list. That is nothing but inserting a new node into a doubly linked list. So when the doubly linked list is empty, how we can perform the insertion, and when the doubly linked list is already having some existing nodes, in that case how we can perform the insertion. Okay. So yeah, quickly I will go to that slide. So this is insertion operation. So we said insertion we can perform in four different ways. So the first case is insertion at the beginning of the doubly linked list or at the front of the doubly linked list. So whatever doubly linked list you have, we are going to add the newly created node as the first node. We are going to add the newly created node as the first node. That is the reason why we have taken the function name over here as add at first, because it is going to add the newly created node at the beginning. That is nothing but at the front of the doubly linked list. Okay, the reason is very simple, and the name what I have taken, it clearly resembles the reason. Okay, whatever reason it is having, the same reason the function name will reflect. Okay, so adding the newly created node at the front of the doubly linked list, at the front of the doubly linked list. So the next thing, we said given a node position. So if the position is given, then we can do the insertion in two different ways. That is, we can add the node after the given position, or we can also add the node before the given position. Why means we have pointers in both the directions, isn't it? One pointer is in the next direction, that is going to point the next node. Another pointer in the previous direction, which is going to point the previous node. So whenever the node position is given, you can do the insertion in two different ways. That is, you can add the node after the given node. You can add the newly created node after the given position, and you can add the newly created node before the given position. Okay, before the given position. So in our yesterday's class, we started the implementation of the first and last case. So our last case is adding the newly created node at the end of the doubly linked list. At the end of the doubly linked list. Then what is the function name over here? Add at end. So add at first, we'll add the newly created node, okay, at the front of the doubly linked list, and add after. You can see over here all these functions. Yeah, the first function add at first will add the newly created node at the front of the doubly linked list. Then add after will add the newly created node after the given position. Then will add the newly created node before the given position, then add it and will add the newly created node at the end of the doubly linked list. So the four different cases, four different scenarios whenever we are performing the insertion operation inside a doubly linked list. You have to stick to these four operations. You have to analyze these four operations. You have to remember the code associated with these four operations, because if you are going with the third unit, definitely you have to remember, because definitely they will ask one such question either from doubly linked list or from singly linked list. So they will not ask the entire operations, or they will not ask the complete implementation of your doubly linked list. Even if they ask you to do so, how you have to do, I will make you ready. Okay, so generally, because when you refer the previous year university question papers, they're asking you to perform any of these operations. So they are asking like A, B, C, and they're asking like this only. Perform insertion operation such that the newly created node should be inserted at the beginning of the front, at the front of the doubly linked list. Likewise, they will ask, or perform insertion operation such that the newly created node should be inserted at the end of the doubly linked list. Like that they will ask. Okay, so insertion operation, delete operation, traversal operation, and search operation. Only these four operations they will ask. So you have to remember these four operations. The first operation, insertion, then deletion, then search and traversal. Traversal already we discussed. Now we are discussing insertion operation. Then immediately after this insertion, we also discuss the search and finally the delete operation. So with that, we will conclude this doubly linked list concept. Okay. So in our yesterday's session, we got an error. When we performed this add at first, we got some minor error. Because of that, when we are performing the traversal, we are not getting the accurate result. Hope you remember that one. So the problem, it is very, I have rectified that one, and I will show you where exactly we did that problem and why we got such an output. So if you remember from the previous session, okay, I will open that program. Open this our DLL 3 nodes. Open. This is my code. Okay, in this code, if you remember, when I wrote the add at first function, so where exactly it is add at first function. So here, when the head pointer is null, I wrote here as null. Okay, I wrote here as null. So this is the reason why we didn't get the accurate result. This is the reason why we didn't get the accurate result. So now we are performing add at first. Here you can see the first two functions will add the newly created node at the beginning of the doubly linked list. Then add at end also we have performed. Add at end code also I have given in my previous session only. So again, I'm not going to repeat that one over here. So because it is only eating my time. Okay, eating up my time. I don't want to waste my time. So yeah, now see, two insertion operations. We are inserting the newly created node at the beginning of the doubly linked list. Then two insertion operations. We are inserting the newly created node at the end of the doubly linked list. Then we are performing the print list operation. That is nothing but traversal operation. And as I said, we can perform the traversal in both the direction, forward direction as well as in reverse direction. So this is what we got in yesterday's class, without any syntactical errors, but we got one logical error. So as you can see here, it is missing 20, 10, because first we have inserted 10, then we have inserted 20 using add at first, then we have inserted 30 and 40 using add at last. That is nothing but add at end function, added for end functions. Okay, so this forward direction traversal, it is giving without any issues, but when we are performing the reverse direction traversal, we are getting error over here. 40, 30, 10, 20, it is missing over here. So why we missed that 20 means because of this reason only. I have mistakenly wrote over here as null. So whenever your head pointer is null, the newly created node, okay, your head of previous must point, whenever the head is not null, your head of previous must point the new node. So yeah, like this we have to write. Okay, now if you go and see compile and execute. See, we got the correct output now. So in the forward direction we have, yeah, here you can see the complete created list 20, 10, 30, 40. So the same thing we are getting over here, 20, 10, 30, 40. Then in the reverse traversal, in reverse direction traversal, 40 will come first, then 30 will come, then 10 will come, then 20 will come. So likewise we got the perfect output on your output screen. So this thing you have to remember. So the minute error what I have done in my last class, in my yesterday's class, was instead of writing head of previous equals to new node, I wrote head of previous as null, which is a big error. Okay. So yeah, after this, yeah, we have to perform those two, add after, add before functions. Okay, add after and add before functions we have to perform, and finally we have to perform the search operations. So till search we'll discuss in today's session, and after that the delete operations I'm going to discuss in one more session. So with that delete, we conclude your doubly linked list. As I said, as I told you in my previous sessions as well, your third unit, it is a very vast unit. It will take more time. We never spend this much of time in your first unit or in your second unit, on your second unit, isn't it? This third unit, we still have your circular doubly linked list to be discussed. Okay, that circular doubly linked list, it is also very complicated concept. Then your fourth unit, it is very easy. It is dead easy, I can say. You can give much focus on that fourth unit to score more in your external, as well as your fifth unit. The trees concept, the binary tree, binary search tree, AVL tree, then sorting, searching techniques, it is very, very, very easy. Dead easy, I can say. Okay, so already we have much of the knowledge, and moreover, in this searching and sorting techniques, they will not ask you to write the coding part. Okay, they rarely ask this coding part. They only ask you to explain the concept. They only ask you to explain the concept, like whenever we perform the searching or whenever we perform the sorting operations. Already we have the idea of searching techniques and sorting techniques in our first sem, isn't it? We discussed two of the searching techniques, that is binary search and linear search. Then we discussed two of the sorting techniques, that is insertion sort and bubble sort, I guess, isn't it? Insertion, selection sort or bubble sort. I'm a bit confused between selection and insertion. What sorting technique we discussed in your first sem, I'm a bit confused. So when it comes to our discussion, there once again I will give you the clarity of both insertion sort, selection sort, merge sort, quick sort. There are a lot of heap sort, a lot of sorting techniques we have. All those things we'll discuss in a single shot, because you already know what do you mean by sorting and what do you mean by searching. You already have the idea, so no need to discuss all those things once again. So directly we'll get into the concepts and we'll discuss those concepts, hopefully. So now, add after and add before functions I have to write. So what exactly I told you what this add after function will do. Yes, so let me just open this whiteboard application for you people. It will take some time. Yeah, this is your whiteboard application. Yeah, over here we have our doubly linked list. Just give me a second. Yeah, like this. So what they will do means, to know this add after and add before function, what they will give the position of the node. They will give the position of the node. Here I have marked the positions. This is 0th node, this is first node, second node, third node. Here when I'm saying 0th node, it indicates the first node of your doubly linked list. When I'm saying first node, it indicates the second node of your doubly linked list, like your array index, isn't it? Whenever we are saying a of 0, that is your first element, a of 1, that is your second element, a of 2, third element. Likewise, a of n minus 1, that indicates nth element in your list, in your array. So here also the same thing. When I'm saying 0, 0th element, 0th index, 0th position, here we said it as not index but not element. We need to use the terminology position. Okay, 0th position means the first element in your doubly linked list, and the first position means the second element in your doubly linked list, and second position in the sense the third element in your doubly linked list. Likewise, if I say n minus 1th position is your nth element in the doubly linked list. Hopefully you understood. So yeah, what they will give generally as an argument to this add after or add before functions is they will give the position value along with the new data item to be inserted. They will give the position. So if they have given the position, let us say 2, they have given the position value as 2. So now add before function, what it will do, it will insert the newly created node over here before the position value. So our position value, we said they are giving 2, so that I will write over here what position value they are giving. They are giving the position value as 2. So they are giving the position value as 2. So what this 2 position 2 indicates, so whatever insertion we are doing, yeah, adjacent to this 2 we have to do, adjacent to this third node we have to do. So that adjacent, either it should be before the node or it should be after the node. That thing will depend on the type of function you are using. If you use add after, if you use add after function, what this add after function will do means it will add this node, newly created node, after, yani over here it will add after the second position. Then we have another function that is add before function. So what this add before function will do means it will add the newly created node before the position value. So our position value is 2, so it gets added over here. So here I will write that function. So who will add the newly created node over here? Sorry, who will add the newly created node over here? Your add before function will add the newly created node over here. Then who will add the newly created node over here? Your add after function will add the newly created node over here. So likewise you can remember. So now first we'll see, yeah, whenever we are adding the newly created node either before or after the position value, yeah, before performing any operation we have to make sure that your list is not empty, because if your list is empty there is no position value you can pass, and if there is position value you have passed, that is of no use. So let us assume your list is empty. I'm giving a case over here. Okay, so there are different cases. So first we'll discuss this case. Case 1, let us assume that your list is empty. So how we indicate that list is empty? Your head pointer will become null, isn't it? What will give you the emptiness? Your head pointer, it is going to point null. So if this is your case, that means do we have any nodes in our doubly linked list? No, we don't have any nodes. So now in such a doubly linked list, what I am doing, I am giving the position value as 3. I am giving the position value as 3 and new data value as let us say some 15. Okay, 15 already there, right? So let us say some 40. Okay, new data value, what I am giving the 40, and I want that new data value to be inserted after the third position. So the third position means 0, 1, 2, 3, fourth node, after the fourth node, and I'm using add after function. I'm using add after of, like this I'm giving third position, new data value 40. Like this I'm calling the function. Is it possible on an empty list? Is this add after function is possible on this empty list? Can we insert this 40th data value, 40th node data value node after third position? No, we can't, because we have only how many nodes we have? We don't have any nodes. So how we can go to that third position and how we can insert? It is not possible. So what we do in that scenario means whatever node they are asking us to insert, that node simply we add like a first node, because we don't have third position value, so we add that node as the first node. Or we can give an error that position value exceeded. Any of these two we do. It is up to you. If you want to add the if you want to give that error message, you can give position value exceeded, because we don't have any such nodes. We don't have those many nodes to insert the newly created node after third position. So that is the reason why what we are doing, we are giving an error, position value exceeded. Or else what we can do, we can add that newly created node as my first node over here, as my first node with that 40 value. Like this I can add, so that the head pointer will point over here, the previous node will become null and next node will also become null. Like that also you can add. So this is my first case. Okay, yeah, the second case already I have explained. Already that second case will also come over here itself. You have, your head is not null. Your head is not null. That means you have a few nodes. Let us say uh, your head is pointing to some node, and that some node is again in turn pointing another node. That another node in turn pointing one more node. So like this, how many nodes you have? 3 nodes you have. 0th position, first position, second position. We will be having the pointers in both directions, right? We'll be having pointers in both directions. This is next pointer, previous pointer. This is next pointer. Parallelly, we are going to have a previous pointer. So here the previous pointer will be null because this is my first node, and here the next pointer will be null because this is my last node. So now on this doubly linked list, what I am doing, I am giving a position value as some 4. Okay, position value as some 4, and new data value, let us say I'm giving some 50. Okay, and what I'm doing, I'm calling the function add before of 4 comma 50, like this. Is it possible? No, again it is not possible because fourth position we don't have in the doubly linked list. So in this case what we do, we can have two options. Either we can do the insertion. Again, if you want to do the insertion, where exactly you will do? Okay, as the first node you will do, or as the last node you will do. Again, there are problems. So what we do generally means, so we print an error message over here. If your head pointer is null, if your doubly linked list is completely empty, then the newly created node can be added as the first node. Because that is the prior to insertion, there were no nodes inside your doubly linked list. But now after the insertion, there will be only one node inside your doubly linked list. So there is no problem. But if you have existing nodes and you're trying to add a newly created node after the position value which is not existing inside your doubly linked list, there comes the confusion. So where exactly we can add this newly created node? Can we add this newly created node before the at the first location of your doubly linked list, or at the front of the doubly linked list, or at the end of the doubly linked list, or somewhere in the middle? So this sort of confusion will come. So what we do generally means, whenever your position value is exceeding the number of nodes available inside the doubly linked list, what we do, we print an error message: position value exceeded. Position value exceeded. So if your doubly linked list is empty, we'll go with adding that newly created node as the first node. We'll go with adding that newly created node as the first node. But if your doubly linked list is not empty and your position value got exceeded, then we'll print that same error message: position value exceeded error message on the output screen. So quickly I will write both the functions, that is adding the newly created node at the front of the doubly linked list, and adding the newly created node before the position value, and adding the newly created node after the position value. So what we are expecting over here, not only the new data item but also the position value we are expecting. So quickly we'll see the algorithm and we'll write the code parallelly. Okay, so go to the these things we discussed. Add after we discussed, add it first we discussed, then add after we have to. So over here you can see what position value they have given, because we are running add after over here. So the position value they have given, this is 0, this is 1, as the insertion is taking place over here after this one. So and we are calling add after. So what is my position value over here? The position value is what we call 1. The position value is 1. So that, because of that reason only, the insertion is taking place over here. So this is my 0th node, this is my first node, this is second, this is third. After the insertion, what will happen? This will remain as it is, the 0th node. The position will be remain as it is, first node, that is first position, and the position of this newly created node will become 2, and the position of this existing node will become 3 now, and the position of this node will become 4 now. So in short, this node will occupy over here, this node will come in between 1 and 3, and this newly created node's position will become 2. Okay, so when you are doing like this, when you are adding this, so what we have to do, we have to run a pointer till this point. Okay, we have to run a pointer till this point, temp. So now, yeah, after running this pointer, what we have to do, the newly created node's next pointer should point the temp of next, because temp of next will have the address of this thing, isn't it? Address of this thing. So what we are doing, a new node, this is my new node, isn't it? This is my new underscore node. So quickly see the code, what code we have to write over here, just see that one. So let me just delete this position from here and put that position for our understanding. I'm writing the position value over here, position as 1. Okay, so now what we have to do, what code we have to write, this is my newly created node. So what I have to do, yeah, we have to run the temporary pointer till that position. So I'm assuming that by using a while loop, I made my temporary pointer to point this position node. Okay, this position node. Now we have to perform add after. So how we can do that means, so it is very simple. What we have to do, new node of, first we have to create new node, then new node of data, store the data. That is not where exactly we are having the data, inside new data, isn't it? So write that new data like this. Next step, new node of next, new node of, okay, next, that is nothing but, I will show you, new node of next is nothing but this part. This part, what I am doing, equals to temp of next, temp of next. Temp of next is nothing but this part. Temp of next is nothing but this part. This part, what it will do, it will have the address of this node, isn't it? It will have the address of this node. So over here, what I am doing, I am storing the address of this node. So what will happen, a link will be established like this. Already I have shown you with this marking. So a link will be established from here to here. Now what I have to do, the previous should point the temp, isn't it? New node of previous should point the temp. So that I am writing over here, new node of previous should point what? Temp. Should point temp. Okay, temp means this location only, and yeah, new node of previous in the sense this location. This location I'm making it to point the temporary pointer. So now these two links got established. Okay, this link is there, and this link is ready, and this link is ready. Now I can modify these things. So what I will do, just see over here. So as my temporary pointer is pointing over here, so what I have to do over here, see, in this part, which address I have to store? In this part, I have to store the new node's address, because this part, as you can see here, it is pointing like this. So in this part, I have to store the new node's address. So how I can access this part using this temporary pointer? Okay, so temporary pointer using, how I can access? So temp of next of previous. See, this is very important statement. Temp of next of previous. Temp of next of previous equals to new node, new underscore nodes. Temp of next is what? This one. This one means this address, isn't it? Temp of next of previous means this location. In this location, I am storing the new node. So this location will be replaced with this new node's address. So ultimately what will happen? A link will be established from here to here. So the last instruction, changing this location, temp of next to new node. That's it. Yeah, as a last, yeah, whatever order I'm following over here, the same order you have to follow. Yeah, whatever order, I mean, how I'm writing these statements, the same statements you have to write in that order only. So the next thing is temp of next. Temp of next equals to new node. New node. So with these many statements, what will happen? Each and everything you have to analyze what exactly we are doing. You have to analyze and you have to understand. So the final statement, what I'm writing, temp of next equals to new node. So in between, when we are writing all these instructions, when we are writing all these statements, we do the testing whether the head pointer is null or whether we have exceeded the position value. All those things we will cross check. So we'll take the decisions accordingly. When we narrate the code, we'll take the decisions accordingly. So quickly, let me just start the coding. So this is, as you can see, add after, as I told you, it will take two things, two arguments. The first argument will be the position, that is nothing but where exactly, after what position value your new node is to be added. That position value we are taking, and new node also we are new data also we are taking. Okay, to put inside this new node, newly created node. So this I will quickly write the code over here. So what is my function? Void add after function, and it is taking two things. Int, first one is position, and int, the second one is new underscore data. Okay, so when we write the code, see, first what we have to do, we have to create the new node, new underscore node, and we have to pass, yeah, we have to pass, we have to allocate the memory. Okay, new node of, so this will allocate the memory. So after that, what exactly we have to do? Take the temporary pointer and pass the temporary pointer to that position value. So how we can take, yeah, your temporary pointer, it should be node star, isn't it? So node star temp and make it as head. Node star temp and make it as head. So the next thing what we are doing, yeah, insert the data part inside this new node. New node of data equals to new data, new underscore data. So we have inserted the data. So the next thing, yeah, check whether your doubly linked list is empty or what. So how we can check? If head goes to null, if head goes to null, so then what I said, your doubly linked list will be empty. If doubly linked list is empty, what exactly we are doing? We are adding the newly created node as the first node, isn't it? So that thing we are doing. So if your head is null, okay, new underscore node of next, that should be null, isn't it? That should be null, and previous also null, because this will become the only node inside your doubly linked list when your doubly linked list is empty, and this will become your only node inside your doubly linked list. So I have done that one. So next, head equals to new node. That's it. Head equals to new underscore node. So when your head is null, that is, if your doubly linked list is completely empty, add that newly created node as your first node, as your first node and the only node in your doubly linked list. So then return. That's it. From here only we are going to return. If this is not the case, if this is not the case, then what we have to do? Traverse to that position. Okay, reach that position. Until and unless your position value is greater than 0, what we have to do? Temp equals to temp of next. So it will simply shift, it will push your temporary pointer to that position value. Temp equals to temp of next, and decrement the position value. Decrement the position value. So yes, after this, what we have to do? Yeah, how we can check whether your position value got exceeded? So when your position value got exceeded, what will happen means your temporary pointer will become null. So with the help of that, we can check if your temporary pointer equals to null. If your temporary pointer is pointing to null, then what we do, that means your position value got exceeded. So position value got exceeded. Position value exceeded the number of nodes. Position value exceeded the number of nodes. So this simple statement you will print, okay, number of nodes. So here you come and take one backslash n. Okay, so if this is when your doubly linked list is not empty and your position value is more than the number of positions present inside your doubly linked list. So at that point we are doing this thing. Okay, so finally if none of these two cases are true, if none of the above two cases, that means neither your doubly linked list is full nor your position value is more than the number of nodes or more than the position present inside your doubly linked list, then what we have to do, we have to reach to that position and we have to insert the newly created node after that position node. So that thing how we can do, so yeah, as I said, okay, new node of next equals to temp of next. That same statements I'm writing over here. New node of next equals to temp of next. Then yeah, then what we have to do, new node of next equals to temp of next we have written, then temp of next equals to new node, temp of next equals to new underscore node, then one more link, new node of previous equals to temp. Again I think we are missing one. Yes, that last thing we have taken in the next slide. So new node of previous equals to temp. New node of previous equals to what? Temp. New node of previous equals to temp. And finally, yes, if your position value, that is if new node of next not equals to null, means whatever insertion you are doing, if that insertion will become the last node, if that insertion will become the last node, see over here I will show you. So if the insertion, whatever insertion just now we have done, if that insertion is of the last node, then there is no point of pointing the previous node, isn't it? There is no point of pointing the previous node of the last node, isn't it? Last node or the node after the newly created node. So if that thing comes in our insertion, if that thing comes in our insertion, then what we do, we'll simply make it as we'll simply keep that thing as it is. We don't change anything. But if that is not our consideration, then what we do, we'll make that what we call the next node's previous pointer, so that to point the newly created node. So I hope, I mean, where I have shown, I forgot that one to give the explanation. Let me just go to the PPT. Yeah, here I think I have shown you. Yes, here. See what exactly we are doing in order to get this particular node pointer. I will delete this entire thing to avoid the confusion. See, all the corrections we have done accordingly. All these corrections we have done accordingly. So just remember only one link. Okay, just remember only one. Yeah, our temporary pointer will point here only, right? So I will draw, no issues. That one. Yeah, because we need to have the understanding of this one. Why we are doing like this, we need to have the understanding of this one. So that is the reason I'm removing all these things. Okay. It is an important point, it is a valid point, and you need to have the idea of this point. So that is why I'm taking all these things. See, all the links are clear for us. Whatever links so far we discussed, all those links are clear for us. Only we have an issue with this. Yeah, this link we can simply make this the first link. Okay, the first link is this one. This is very simple to put. Simply this node's name is new underscore node, isn't it? So this link easily we can put new node of next equals to what? New node of next equals to temp of next. See, whenever we are asking, I mean, our temporary pointer is pointing here now, and we have these two links in between. So whenever I'm having this link, the first link to establish new node of next equals to temp of next, you will get the first link, and the second link to get it is also very easy. New node of previous equals to directly temp, because temp is pointing over here. New node of previous equals to temp, so this will give the second link. First link is over, second link is over. Now think of this third link. We'll call this link as the third link. Yeah, this thing from here to here likewise. So think of this third link. How we can make this third link? Yeah, making this third link, it is very easy. Temp of next equals to new node. Temp of next equals to new node, like that. Okay, so like that you can do. But making this node, this link from here to here, this fourth link, when you are doing like this, if you are inserting this node as the last node, okay, as the last node, so then what will happen? There is no such thing. Okay, temp of next of previous, there is no such thing, because this is your last node. Because when you do like this, the temp of next, what it will become? It will become null. So there is no such thing temp of next of previous if this node is the last node, and whatever insertion you are doing currently, that will become the last node's insertion. Okay, so at that point what will happen? You cannot go temp of next of previous. So in that reason only we are checking this particular point over here. For that reason only we are checking this condition over here. See, if new node of next is null, if new node of next is null means the node insertion whatever you are doing currently, that node insertion will become the last node inside your doubly linked list. So we cannot perform the temp of next of previous. So that correction we have to do over here. If at all new node of what we call next, if new node of next equals to yeah, or not equals to null, then what we have to do? Yeah, if it is not null, then only we have to make that correction. If it is null, we don't need to do anything, simply leave it as it is. So new underscore node of, okay, next of previous, or temp of next of previous, like that also you can say. Okay, next of previous, it should be what? It should be new node only. New node only. So like this you have to do the correction, because here, yeah, you can go with the temporary pointer also, because temporary pointer will also point the same thing and new node will also point the same thing. So temporary pointer of next of previous also you can say, or new node of next of previous also you can say. Okay, temporary pointer of next of previous also you can say, or new node of next of previous also you can say. See, again I will give the clarity why both the things are same. See here, yeah, my temporary pointer is here. Okay, temporary pointers next, this particular part will have the address of this, isn't it? So but when we are making this fourth link, ultimately what will happen? This part is filled with the address of new node. Here now what we have? We have the address of new node. So that is the reason why I cannot write temp of next of previous. So what I have to do? I have to go with this new node only, because already this address got filled with new node. So new node of next means, new node of next means over here. Over here what address I am having? This node's address I am having. New node of next of, again I am coming back with previous. New node of next of previous, and that new node of next of previous. See here what statement I have written. New underscore node of next of previous. So when I'm writing like this and equals to, I'm saying new node only. New underscore node only I am saying. So when I'm writing like this, new node of next means this is my new node. Next means this part which points to this location, and this location's previous means this part, and I'm making it as new node. So this link will get established. So only this much of code you have to write inside your what we call inside your uh, uh, add after function. So hopefully this will add the newly created node uh, after my desired position. So quickly after writing that code, yeah, now we have like this, right? Yeah, we have like this. So here what I am doing, add after function, I'm adding, and I'm taking the position value as 2, and I want the insertion the value to be inserted as 50. So where exactly it should go, where exactly it should go, see. So this is my 0th position, 20. Okay, 10 is my first position, then 30 is my second position. So after, add after second position I'm saying. So after 30 you will get 50 like this. Okay, then you will get 40 as usual, then you will have null like this. Okay, so yeah, in this particular doubly linked list, I am adding 50 after second position. So this is my 0th, first and second. So after 30, the 50 needs to be added. So when you print, what you will get this same thing in forward direction, and you will get in reverse direction also. So quickly we go and see, have we done any mistakes? Have we committed any mistakes? That thing we have to check. What it is saying, expected semicolon before return. So here I guess, here I forgot to put this semicolon. So that semicolon I'm keeping and I'm saving. So now go and execute. Compilation, it is successful. Now you check the execution. See over here, 20, 10, 30. After 30 we got 50 because we said to insert the new node 50 after second position. So 0, 1, 2. After second position we got the 50 inserted, and then we have 40. And the same thing it is printing in reverse direction. So 40 will come first, 50, 30, 10, 20. Likewise we got. So quickly we have to write one more function which is exactly similar to the above function, that is add before function. So add before, yeah, here as we are using loop, while loop, number of positions to traverse, we are using while loop. Traversing till the node after which the newly created node has to be inserted, involves a loop consideration into the code. Whenever you have a loop consideration into your loop, simply, because how many times that loop will iterate, it is completely unknown. So we are applying time complexity on an unknown number. So you will get order of n time complexity. You have to remember like that. So before a given node, okay, the same concept, just the what changes means, now I mean in our previous case we have inserted the newly created node after the given position value, but now we do the insertion before the given position value. So wherever we have used next pointer in my previous consideration, now in this before consideration, add before consideration, we simply have to use previous. Okay, that only thing will change. So I will write the code and I will make you understand how I'm writing that code. So add before, yeah, it will also take two things, add before of int position, comma, and int new data, int new underscore data. So here also we follow the same steps like how we have done over here. First we'll create the new node. Okay, what is that? Node star new underscore node equals to new node of. Allocate the memory as well. So then what we do, we'll take a temporary pointer, that is node star, and we'll make it to point head pointer, temp equals to head, like this. Then what we have, yeah, new node of data, new underscore node of data equals to new data. So we have stored the data into that newly created node. Then what we are doing, yes, check whether your head pointer is null or what. Same thing, if your head pointer is null, we'll make the newly created node as the first node inside my linked list. So if at all head is null, then yes, as usual, the same code, new underscore node of next. It should be null, and new underscore node of previous, it should also be null. Okay, and head equals to new node. Head equals to new node and return. Only do this much and return. If your linked list, doubly linked list is completely empty, we do like this. If it is not empty, traverse till that position while position value is greater than 0. Traverse till that position. Sorry, it's my mistake. Okay, traverse till that position. How we can? Simply temp equals to temp of next. Temp of next semicolon, then position minus minus. So that's it. So do this much, and then what we can do, after traversing to that position, if temp equals to null, yeah, that is if you are exceeding the number of positions inside your doubly linked list, then you have to give that error message, isn't it? If at all that thing I'm writing, if at all after traversing to that position, if at all your temporary pointer is becoming what we call null, if at all your temporary pointer is equals to, yeah, I think we have to do, yeah, if at all your temporary pointer is null, then print that error message and return. Print that error message and return. See out of what position? Position value exceeded. Position value exceeded the number of nodes. The number of nodes. And put one semicolon over here and return from here itself. Okay, if at all your position value is exceeding, return from here itself. If it is not exceeding, then do the insertion. So yeah, insertion, it is very simple. New node of, yeah, new node of previous. As I said previously, wherever we used next, now we have to use previous. New node of previous as temp of previous. New node of previous. Previously we said new node of next as temp of next, but now new node of previous equals to temp of previous. New node of previous equals to temp of previous. So this one, and then new node of temp of previous equals to new node. Good. Temp of previous equals to new node. New node. So two connections we established. So one more connection we established, that is new node of next equals to temp. Good. New node of next equals to temp. New node of next equals to temp. And finally, if at all new node of previous not equals to null, that means whatever node you are inserting, if it is not the first node, okay, if at all new node of previous, see, whatever statements I am giving over here, they are very, very important. Okay, not equals to null. If this is not equals to null, then what we have to do, new node of previous of next equals to new node. Yeah, and if it is equals to null, simply we ignore, we don't do anything, we'll make the code like that only. So now what we are saying, new underscore node of next of previous, right? Sorry, previous of next, previous of next equals to, what we are saying, previous of next equals to same new node. See, the same code we write in both add after and add before function. This if new node of previous, over there we said if new node of next, and simply over here you have to put next, here you have to put previous. That's it. That is the only thing will change. I told you already, whenever you are performing the add before function, in add after function, whatever operations you have done, okay, in place of next you have to put previous. That's it. Everything will go same as it is. And the last thing what you have to do is make the head pointer as new node. Okay, if this is not true, make the head pointer as because if this is not true means what? If this is not true means the newly created node will become the first node. So over there what we have to do, we have to make head as new node. So as I said, every single line of every single line of code what we are writing in our program, that is going to have a very big meaning. See, as we are writing everything over here with some notations, okay, if a lame person will see that one, he won't get anything. He won't get anything. But for you, you need to understand, you need to do the stuff with much clarity. Hopefully you do the same. So this is my add after function. So simply we add sorry, add before function. We'll add a node before the given position, and we see whether it will work or not. So simply what I am doing, add before function I am writing. Add before, same thing, second node, or let us say third node, and followed by the value 65 I am taking, followed by the value 65. Now save this and check how it will behave. So what we are saying, add a node 65 before third position. So this is my first position, 20 is my first position, sorry, 0th position, 10 is my first position, okay, 30 is my second position, okay, 50 is my third position. So after this 50, isn't it? No, before this 50 we have to add, because we said before this and last item what we have, 40 we have, okay, then we have null, like this we have, isn't it? 20, 10, 30, 50, 40 and null we have. So what we are saying right now, we are saying to add 65 before third position node. So this is my 0th position, first position, second position, third position. So before this 50 we have to add 65. So that I am doing over here, 65, like this. You need to get the output like this, 20, 10, 30, 65, 50, 45. Quickly go compile and see what output you are getting. Okay, then execute. See, so as I said, before 50 we got 65. Before 50 we got 65. Before third position node we got 65. 0th position, first position, second position, then we have 50. Previously we had 50 over here. So 50 is my third position. So we got inserted 65 in the third position. Then we have 50 and 40 also. So simply go in the reverse. In reverse direction traversal, go in reverse, 40, 50, 65, 30, 10, 20, likewise. So one more operation we perform in today's session, that is searching for a given node. So whatever nodes we have in this doubly linked list, so simply if you are searching for a particular node, that node do exist in my doubly linked list or not, how can I confirm? So to confirm that one, yeah, here we have this piece of code. Sorry, here only, yeah, add attend already we discussed, right? In my previous session only we discussed. So now this is the searching for a value is nothing but we are simply looking for the given value inside the doubly linked list values. So let us say if this is my doubly linked list and I'm looking for 65 again. So 65, is it present inside my doubly linked list? Yes, 65 is there in my doubly linked list. So I have to give the positive response to the searching value, so that 65 is there inside the doubly linked list. Likewise, I have to put same searching operation what we performed in our first year. So let us say if I am searching for 73 in this doubly linked list, what I am doing, I am searching for 73. Do that 73 exist? No, it is not existing. So what I have to do, I have to give a negative response that 73 is not there in my doubly linked list. So the searching, whatever searching we do, how we do means we do linearly, isn't it? We don't follow any binary approach or something else. We do linearly. So initially we take our temporary pointer to the first node and compare the given value with the temporary pointer's data value. So if it is matching, there only we stop the searching operation. If it is not matching, we'll go to the next node and compare, again compare. If it is not matching, go to the next one. If it is not matching, go to the next one. 65, it is matching over here. So we'll print 65 as a matching value. That is value found inside your doubly linked list, or search operation is succeeded. Likewise, we'll give a positive response and we'll terminate our search operation there itself. Let us assume if we are performing non-existing value. We are performing the search for a non-existing value. So we have to give the negative response. But before giving the negative response, we have to sequentially search. So first again, we start the search operation from here itself. 73, let us assume. 73 equal to 20. No. Go to the next. Okay, shift the temporary pointer here. 10 equals to 73. No. Go to 30. 30 equals to 73. No. 65 equals to 73. No. 50 equals to 73. No. 40 equals to 73. No. Temporary pointer reached null. Isn't it? Temporary pointer reached null. That means you have reached the end of the list and you didn't find 73 inside your list. So we have to give the negative response. So in that way we perform the search operation. So quickly I will write the code for this search operation as well onto the onto the IDE. So go and write that code. So yeah, as we are doing over here, we are returning a boolean value from the search function. So that search function I will write over here. Okay, boolean return value, and I'm taking the function name as search and int. Let us say we are searching for key. Okay, whatever key value they are giving, we are searching for that key value. If at all your head is null, so can we perform the search operation if you don't have any nodes inside your doubly linked list? No. So simply print that error message. So \n doubly linked list is empty. DLL is empty. So the next thing, return from here itself. If your DLL is empty, we can't do anything. So directly, if your DLL is not empty, take a temporary pointer, node star temp, and make it as head. Search operation is very easy, believe me. Okay, so then what we have to do, run your temporary pointer as long as it is not null. Okay, run the temporary pointer as long as it is not null. If at all you're finding temp of data equals to key, if at all temp of data equals to key, what we have to do here, only we have to return the true. That indicates the search operation is successful. If not, then shift the temporary pointer to the next position. Shift the temporary pointer to the next position. So likewise, if you are coming out of this while loop, okay, if you are coming out of this while loop, means you are not finding the key value inside your list. So return false to indicate the false state. So now what I will do, okay, I will do the comparison. Okay, after printing, I will do the search operation over here. If at all, okay, whatever search I am performing, search of some 65, we already know 65 is there. So if this operation is successful, means if your search will return true, so this entire condition will become true and you can print. Okay, so for here not 65, okay, or else 65 only direct. Okay, so that you can write over here. So key value 65 is present in the DLL. Else what we can write? C out of key value 65 is not there in the list, in the DLL. Key value 65 is not present in the DLL. Okay, so likewise, so simply save it. Sorry, close it. Okay, save it. So simple thing, search operation will return boolean value, either true or false it will return. If it is returning true, yeah, you will get this statement on the output screen. If it is returning false, this statement you will get on the output screen. So when this will return true, if 65 is there in the list, it will return true. If 65 is not there in the list, it will return false. So quickly check what output you will get. A return statement, what it is saying, return statement with a value. Okay, if at all, yeah, where exactly we are getting the error? Inside the search only, na? Okay, if DLL is not return from here itself, or exit you can take, because we can't perform the exit of some one you take. Okay, so like this also you can take. So now go compile. Again here something error. So what it is saying, temp of data equals to key. Okay, I think I have written K capital over here, K small. Now compile. Okay, again one more, return 0 expected semicolon. Yeah, here we forgot to put the semicolon. Save it, compile, successfully compiled. Now you go and execute, run, see. Yeah, I need to put \n over here so as to have the clarity what message we are getting from this screen. Again go compile, compilation is successful, and execute. As you can see, 65 key value 65 is present in the DLL. So let us assume I'm searching for one more value. Okay, so I need to copy from here to here. So go to the next line and control V. Okay, delete this one. Okay, now I am searching for 73. 73 is existing in that list? No, it is not existing. So I have to get an error over here, that is key value not present inside the doubly linked list. Like that I have to get a message. See here. So when I'm, yeah, exactly, here we need to change this value to 73 so that to have the good understanding. See, all these things you have to practice at your home as well. So next thing, I need to go and run. See, this is my doubly linked list: 20, 10, 30, 65, 50, 40, and key value 65 is not present in the doubly linked list. But when I am searching for 73, sorry, key value 65 is present inside the doubly linked list. But when I am searching for 73, it is not present inside the doubly linked list. So likewise, you are getting the error message when the search operation is going false. Okay. So in this way, you can perform the traversal operation, insertion operation, search operation. Only the deletion operation is pending on the doubly linked list. That we will see in our next session, and hopefully we'll start the next concept as well in our next session. Thank you very much, students.